Gabriel coming up with the forwards. Stevens back to Young. Up to Scott. And can Young get up to it? He gets up to tremendous height. A goal by Gabriel. Preren to Vernon. Young has gone on to the right wing. Stevens going down the middle. There's the chip for Stevens. And it's goal number 3. A beautiful goal.
And there you have a typical glaring example of the United defender tending to watch the man with the ball and not the player without it. And Stevens made a brilliant blindside run to score what.
And so ridiculous to do it, especially on a man like Tony Kay. Vernon with the free kick. And it's goal number 4. Scored by Temple.
And again you've got an example of the Manchester United defenders purely watching Vernon take the kick, and they allowed Temple to whip in on the blind side again. And this is the major difference between these two sides. The Everton side have got a complete mental picture where each and every one of their players are, whereas the United players appear to have to wait until they get possession.
Going to be number 1, I should think. Yes. Oh, Mr. Moon, it still works so well. Oh, that's a mistake. A bad pass by Watson. Pushed it. And Everett I think they're giving that goal to Everett on his right. Here's Everett, number 7. Pushkas, that world pass again to Everett. Goal! Red once again. Into Pushkas! Oh, what a goal! Crowd here, but really this game belongs. And goal number 5.
Smith to Greaves. And Charlton has scored. Yes, Charlton's got the record. That's the England record, the 31st goal. Now Milne. We're across to Payne. Smith. That's a lovely chip to Greaves. And a goal by Payne. Payne has scored. Payne has scored for England after 65 minutes. That's a nice clearance by Stoskic, Yugoslav goalkeeper, up to Sealer. Now Puskás. Law moving down the middle. Can Puskás see him? Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Now Law surely will. Yes, he's equalised. A glorious goal scored by Dennis Law from that pass of Puskás. And there's the Hungarian and a Scot embracing each other to celebrate this equalising goal. Try to be more go-ahead and progressive than the rest of the world, who really felt they had to come here and show off their individual skills. Now Charlton. Oh, a lovely one. Oh, Stoskic, what a mistake. Leeds has scored.
Good ball through there to Hurd. Hurd is onside, and Hurd scores. Hurd scored for Sunderland just a few minutes after the restart. Benfica kicking off again. Substitute outside right. Oh, and a very dangerous move there, and it's a goal. Flicks it through to Sharkey. Back to Sharkey. Sharkey shoots, and it's a goal. It's a goal. A lovely goal there by Sharkey. Out to Mulhall. Mulhall bringing it away for Sunderland now. Going on the outside, and it's Mulhall. Oh, and a terrific shot, and it's a goal! Oh, beautiful move there. A lovely move. Mulhall brought the ball a length of the pitch, and it was left to Sharkey to pick up that ricochet, which came off the goalkeeper and crack it in the net for a glorious goal. And the crowd erupting with excitement here as Sunderland go 3-1 into the lead. After 20 minutes, just gone 20 minutes in the second half. Seraphim. And now it's Sunderland with their tails up. And it's Crossan. Flicking that ball through to Hurd. Hurd to Sharkey. Oh, and a lovely goal by Sharkey. Magnificent goal.
Ray Brady with the free kick for Rangers, and this could be a nasty one if he lobbed it high into the air. The sun in the goalkeeper's eyes. Now Leary. And a goal! Scored! And that was the sun right in the eyes of the goalkeeper. He's no idea where that ball was coming from. Corner to Gillingham. Up comes Arnott, right half-back. What they've got to do to get it in the net. Well, that one's in the net. It's Arnott, the right half-back. 5 minutes from half-time has equalised. Keane, sorry, inside to Graham. Graham is living. Angel trying to get his forwards going. I think no more success than anybody else has had. Keane, passing the ball on the Rangers side. Edward. Now it's a lovely water goal from Malcolm. Almost quicker than you could describe it. And after 53 minutes, Queen's Park Rangers are back in the league. Now, Graham with a chance to shrink away. Look at his shot it quickly. He's done it, and it's a goal! Yes, that must be it. Sensational breakaway by the Rangers. And the supporter comes on the pitch to congratulate Graham. Lazarus for Rangers. And it's scored! It's the fourth goal. Scored by Bedford. Metcalf was a dangerous man, and the goalkeeper's too far out of his goal. And it's in! A beautiful goal there from Griffiths. An exquisite goal from Griffiths. A hesitant Altrincham defence allowed Metcalf to square that ball. On from Griffiths with danger man.
Crisp to Catlaw. The one through the centre there to Oliver, and there's the first one, I think, yes! Hesitating there, Dugan on to Smith. Oh, and Smith not going to get his foot to it. And it's rightful back and put it into his own goal. Well, that could well be the equalising goal. It could well be the end of this game.
Iceland, look at number 6, right on top of him again. Number 3 on top of Mannion. And this is a good ball from Gand. Alcock, and it's a goal! 1-0, that's the goal they wanted. Alcock from Hill.
The summer of '63 saw two notable arrivals. One a goal-getter.
And a goal, a great goal by David.
Reeves to take the corner. And it's Creran who gets it clear. Mackay, and Jones is onside. Oh, a lovely one to Mackay. There it is! And Mackay has scored. see Jones taking a free kick there to Markey. Oh, done! Oh, done! What a foolish thing to do! And it's Dyson who scored. And that could well be the goal that, well, that's what Spurs think of Dyson. 3 minutes from the end could well be the goal that puts Spurs into the second round. Oh, what a bad one. Now away come United, it's Chisnell. Sadler taking that one very well. Now he's got a chance. It's a goal! There's the scorer, David Hurd, but the man who made it was Chisnell. Vixall to take the corner. Fowkes has gone up. He's being shadowed by Bobby Smith. Tottenham have got all their 10 players massed in their own penalty area. And it's a goal! Hard to see who scored that. I think it was Setters. Whereas now, and not leading Manchester United, and they've only 10 men. Well, can they do it? And Smith up to White. There's nasty centres, it's a goal! Reeves! And once again, that devastating centre by White. That's Ferrer. And Norman, there's Charlton. He scored! Old Trafford been set alight because that makes it 3-3 on aggregate. And there's the score, and Tottenham playing with 10 men. Dave Mackay got a double fracture of his leg after only 10 minutes. And I should say 2 minutes to go now. Here's Charlton. Charlton's second goal. Charlton 2, Hurd and Setters, and with about a minute left, Reeves is the man who scored for Spurs. United got it 2-0, and then Reeves got one a minute later to put the Spurs back in the lead on aggregate. But the hero now is Bobby Charlton.
And more teasing, and Bunton is past it for again. He does it as he likes. And a great ball forward to Davis, this must be.
Ritchie appearing to be rather cumbersome and obvious so far. The fleet of foot this way. That's a splendid shot! Oh! What a magnificent shot from Todd, the centre forward. Goal number 1 for Swansea. Now the move. To Matthews. Oh, and a beautiful Matthews! Tremendous defensive battle Swansea are putting up. It has nothing to do with courage. Right. 2-1 to Stoke. Nicely put inside there to Draper. Draper with glory at his feet, and it's in the net.
That's Mill. In moves St John, he scored! A beautiful goal, he made 15 yards for that one. And look at the Liverpool fans behind the goal now. You'd think they just had
but has got a throw in. Knight pushing it on to Longbottom. This is a very good opportunity for them. Can he turn it back? He has turned it back, and it's in the net. Yes. Holder missed it. Jones has got it in. And that is after exactly 13 minutes play. It's Oxford United. Let's go ahead by 1-0. Oxford now right back in the picture. Atkinson just clipping it high in the air there. Calder to Jones, and it's a second goal for Jones. And that could well be the goal it'll take Oxford United into the sixth round of the FA Cup for the first time in their history. Douglas then with the corner kick for Blackburn Rovers. And that's the right fullback, Ferguson, that has scored, outside right, I mean, Ferguson has scored the goal. And a surprising dipping shot. But finally has placed himself very well indeed. And it's dying seconds very nearly of this game. The referee's looking at his watch. Harrington coming inside. Quartermain now, busting through there. Can he get a centre in? He's got it in, and it's the third one. Yes, there it is. Well, there is no doubt at all now.
As before, Sunderland scored first through Dominic Sharkey in the 47th minute. But this lead was to be short-lived, and following a right-wing move, Dennis Law scored the equaliser within 30 seconds. The strain of 5 hours Cup football was beginning to tell. Sunderland, who had the league programme in the forefront of their thoughts throughout the Cup run, were no match on the night for the Manchester United side, which had rested its star players on the previous Saturday. Matt Busby's tactic, taken as a compliment by the Sunderland team, did the trick.
Up to now, they haven't used this to any advantage. And Fearon just cutting it off there. Bond to Braybrook. Braybrook to Bond. Bond chopping it into the centre. Hurst getting it down. And a fair old pile-up of players there. And I think Setters is all right. Yes, he's up on his feet. He's a pretty tough customer, is Setters. Boyce. And there's the first one. Boyce it is. 11 minutes gone in the second half, and it's Boyce, the clockwork man they call him at West Ham, that put West Ham, I must say, against the run of play. Burkett punching it through there, and it's the second one, yes! And I can't make out who it is. They're all covered in mud. I think it might well be Bovington. Bovington, I think. No, it's Boyce. And it would appear after that, I think it must have been the shin, in fact, the stocking saturated with mud that went into Sandon's face and probably filled both his eyes with mud. But and there's the first of one or two, and Standon, I think, was still a bit dazed about this because it was a very bad free kick by Bond that put Manchester United bang on form there. And Law it is that has made it 2-1. Folks, and Hurst certainly having a bad time. He seems to be a very tired young man, but I still think that his thigh is probably causing him a lot of problems. Oh, and a beautiful pass. Hurst under it. And that's the 3-1. And the man, unfortunately, that sparked that goal off was a superb effort by Moore. He held off 2 or 3 tackles down the sideline and made a magnificent pass. And there's Hurst, the player who I still think has got a bad thigh, but not bad enough to stop him making it 3-1 in West Ham's favour, with possibly, I'm not really sure because of time to be added on, but say about 10 minutes left for play.
Back again. Evans again, that tantalised dropping centre, this Draper, and a shot down McLaughlin, and it's a goal! McLaughlin has scored! McLaughlin has scored for Swansea. And we're playing the injury time now, the stoppage time. Cannonball, Alex Dawson to take the penalty kick. Dramatic moment, now he must score this. A goal he has, it's one each. Oh, it's the centre half has scored. Singleton has scored. Fully 35 yards. Well, I suppose you can blame the goalkeeper, Noel Dwyer, but he no doubt. It's rather like the centre forward, Mascarenhas. And Sporting Lisbon are a goal in the lead. So the chips are down. Here come Sporting is Geo trying to get inside the back. Mascarenhas on it. And not offside. Marais is onside. And it's the second goal! How both players shook hands. Geo to Mendes, a lovely 1-2, and Geo scored! Geo scored! So the teams are level. Marais back to the right half back. Mendes. Osvaldo, it's too far forward, still getting the lucky rebound. Now Osvaldo, in comes the fourth goal! This free kick going to be taken by Osvaldo. I wouldn't like to stand in line of this one. It's a goal!
Good cross, and Custers cuts it. He has scored, but a good cross. 25 minutes, Crossan has put Sunderland in the lead. Crossan trying to stick that one through Lawton's legs, but it's Elliott now. Shocking neat flick inside the Mulhall. There's a chance. And he fires right-handed. And it's a goal. What a wonderful goal from the outside left. Short one to Sharkey. Sharkey touching it back to him. Elliott. Gonna get a goal. They touch it back to Ashurst. To Mulhall. And this time Hurd gets it stuck in. It's a goal! It's a goal! Sharkey flicks it in. 33 minutes. Sharkey. 9 minutes left in this half. And Sunderland, remember, attacking their favourite aim in the second half. Sharkey inside a Crossan. And a long ball from Crossan to Usher. And he's round the full-back. Sharkey does it in, it's a goal! Wonderful goal! Failing to control that one. It's Williams. Williams trying to find his wingman, Brian Evans. But it's the Sunderland right winger who's got it. Usher's got it. Can he control it? Oh, he's in! He scored! Well, if Usher hadn't made sure of it, Noel Dwyer certainly did. Now inside left, Francis. This could be very dangerous for Stockport, and the ball comes across. This must be a goal, and it is.
We thought right from the beginning, from our early days.
Norman, the tall England centre-half, has gone into the penalty area for this corner. It's being shadowed by the young England centre-forward Chivers. And a goal! Yes! Well, everybody thought he was offside. So Bobby Charlton has put England in the lead. England's ball. It's Payne. And then comes Greaves, should be, yes. Number 2 for England. "20 minutes gone. The second half. Easton. This is Hunt. Payne to Easton. Greaves. Hunt must score. Yes, Green goes to nil. Right on 90 minutes. That will be spot of injury time. Holden. Mr. Kendall. Now Lawton. Back to Ross. Dawson. A goal, yes, by Holden. Holden has scored. 10 minutes gone. Dougie Holden has put Preston North End into the lead, 1-0. West Ham's throw. Boyce across to Moore. Now Sissons, that wasn't a good clearance. To Byrne, a lovely one to Sissons, and it's equaliser! And it's John Sissons equalises in 11 minutes. Wilson with the corner. Dawson, a goal, a beautiful goal! Standard had slipped, he was almost down, I think, and then he'd no hope with that one, so it's 2-1 for Preston. And I see signs of Brown, the tall West Ham centre half, moving up to the corner. Dawson going to shadow it. There's Brown, number 5, and Hurst. A goal! It's a goal! Hurst has scored. Has scored the inside left, Jeff Hurst, after 7 minutes of the second half. West Ham are level at 2 goals each. Now away goes Hurst. Can he do it in the dying seconds? Braybrook, are we going to have a sensational ending? Yes, we are! It's a goal, and that must be the winner! That must be the winner. Boyce has got it, and there can only be seconds left for play as Byrne doing somersaults